Sports Chat Place YouTube channel throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here in the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is ever live free sports picks with the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. All right, Chris Ruffolo is with us. It's Wednesdays with Mitch. Big Al McMordie. We got Wayne Scott. Dana Lane will sign in about the bottom of the hour, and Al Ninos. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. We got Ruffolo, Mitch, McMordie, Scott, Lane, Ninos, and then I will close this one out. All right, we got the NBA on the board for tonight, 6 games, as well as hockey and college basketball. Let's get this one underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Chris Ruffolo. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, catch him every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Time with that morning show with Mitch and Zawacky. Also with this video series, the Puck Dogs with Rod Zawacky with those hockey videos. You definitely want to check those out. Get some really good picks from Rod and Chris. Let's go ahead and bring in Chris right now. Chris, what's happening?
Tony, another day. I told you before we started the show, I'm scouring the board for tomorrow already, trying to sort through a lot of the muck. But you know what? That's what we do. And just looking, I got today's action. Forget about tomorrow.
Exactly right. I mean, we're already turning the page, looking at the games for tomorrow, trying to get some of those good numbers as well for ourselves. But anyway, tonight we're going here to ACC conference here as Boston College here will face Louisville. BC here laying 9.5, total 132.
Yeah, I decided to go to the toilet bowl in the ACC tonight, but that's okay. We love them all the same. And we talked about Louisville and just how bad the Cardinals have been this season compared to past standards. This season's been absolutely dreadful. I mean, you put them in conference play, dead last in the ACC in offensive efficiency, 2-point percentage, free throw percentage, turnover percentage. It's just been an ugly show, Louisville Cardinals. But flip the coin, Boston College hasn't been a whole lot better. They're 12th in offensive efficiency, 14th in 3-point percentage. So and this isn't a Boston College team that's necessarily lighting the scoreboard ablaze either. I mean, in their last 5 games, putting up 6.4 points per game in conference play, putting up just 67.9. I honestly think this is going to be a game that's going to be sponsored by your local hardware. So there's going to be a ton of bricks in this game. Louisville only putting up 61.8 points per game in conference. Both these teams in the bottom 300 in the country in scoring this season. I like the under in this one. I honestly think this could be the first to 60 wins.
All right, we got Chris here going underground with this one. He likes Louisville, Boston College to go under total here of 132 between these two pretty much doormat type programs here. Although BC 3-6 in the conference, coming off a road win there at a troubled Notre Dame team. They beat Notre Dame twice, but this is with the coach, of course, obviously exiting that program. But as you said, yeah, these are teams that are really struggling. Even with BC here, 13th in defensive efficiency in the ACC, really having a hard time there guarding that perimeter and inside as well, and can't get boards either.
Yeah, like you said, these are 2 teams that are necessarily struggling. But the only reason I went with the under here is because I don't think that offense on either side is going to be the issue here. I don't think they're going to really pose much of a threat to the opposing defense. Yeah, you hold them in their last 5. I think they're giving up close to 79 points per game. But the majority of those coming against teams like Pitt, North Carolina, Clemson, Wake, Syracuse. Teams that are sort of in the top half of the ACC. Even the game against Kentucky sort of sandwiched in the middle there, NC State. So all teams that are just much better than Louisville offensively there, than Boston College offensively there. So I still think it's going to be a game where, like I said,
a lot of rebounds
offense
tonight.
Optional. Yeah, exactly.
A lot of
rebound props in.
Lots of rebounds propped in. A lot of rebounds here. Louisville, Boston College under total of 132. This one to have a start time of 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Great results here for the year. 2,200 units of profit for this year, showing great profit here for the last 30 days, 1,000 units of profit. Also in the NHL, over 2,900 units of profit in the NHL this year. That is all documented. So if you ever go over to Pick Dogs Premium, go down to Pick History on Chris's handicapper page, you can see every play that he's released fully documented there on the site. Tonight we have a little bit of everything here with the hockey, the college hoops, NBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Well, Tony, I got a little bit going on tonight. I got my $15 basketball slam dunk. That $15 play also part of my college hoops 5-point swing. Also got an NHL power play on the board. You can see the NHL's been kind to us this season, hoping to keep that going, into the All-Star break and out of the All-Star break. And this is the time to hop on long term. You know, those 3-day passes are going to get you loaded cards for the next 3 days. Might even get you the NFL Conference Championship plays thrown in there. The 7-day pass surely will. And yeah, if you have a long-term pass today, bonus plays that aren't necessarily in the packages. I got a couple extra college hoops plays, as well as an NBA as well for long-term subscribers. So whether it's just with me or someone else part of the 2-for-1 Capper promotion, check that out at Pick Dogs Premium.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs. Our premium, we've shown you the results have been outstanding here. 2,907 units of profit here in the NHL. That is all documented. Over for all sports combined, over 2,200 units of profit for the year for Chris. Get on board. Chris does have his feature play tonight. His $15 college basketball slam dunk. Put it on board with him right now with that best bet $15 credit guarantee, meaning you must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back for side credits. That is credit guarantee. Also in action here with a 5-pack here from College Hoops, as well as an NHL Power Play single. But instead of buying all these plays individually, you may opt to go ahead and get Chris's 1-month All Sports Pass. The way he's rolling, get the 1 month. He's been on absolute fire. Get all of Chris's premium plays here for 1 month, 30 days, including all his NHL, his NBA, his college basketball, and of course the NFL, right? We got 3 games left, the championship games, and the Super Bowl is part of that 1 month All Sports Pass. You can use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. All right, Chris, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. We'll catch you every morning, every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show with Mitch and Rod. Of course, you and Rod together with that video series with the Puck Dogs.
Yeah, Rod and I have a great time doing those Puck Dogs videos, putting out tons of winners for everybody. We also got an NHL parlay video that comes out with the bigger cards. So definitely keep your eyes going up very, very soon. We got a nice 9-game card tomorrow, so keep your eyes peeled.
Keep your eyes peeled. A lot of hockey up there on the board, and of course, so you can catch that video with video series there with Chris and Rod here on the YouTube channel. Of course, you could also just make sure you subscribe to the channel and set those notifications so when the videos drop, you're there to get them right when they're uploaded to the channel. All right, Chris, have a great evening. We'll talk with you again next week.
All right, sounds good, Tony. Thanks for having me.
You got it. Chris Ruffolo here on the drive through. Let's continue on here with the show. It's time to welcome what's Wednesday. It's time for Mitch. Let's bring him in right now. Catch him every day here, 10 a.m. Eastern time with that morning show. Also is 7 picks in 5 minutes. Lots happening over at Pick Dogs. Bring him in right now. Mitch, what's happening?
Nothing much, Tony. Just a full schedule of games and a lot going on at Pick Dogs behind the scenes. So this is our year. We're going to take it all to the next level. Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs.
That's right. Looking right behind it. Mitch is right. Not too long ago, we're talking about 100,000 subscribers, showing the sign. Now it's 111. It's moving quickly.
Same amount as the company that started 8 years ahead of us. I'm not going to mention any names, but it rhymes with Fager Talk.
There you go. All right. All right, Mitch, we're going to the Big East, a team that has burned me several times this year. That's Butler. Butler here on the road facing Providence. Providence laying 10, total 138.
You know, the Big East started their conference play early this season. They've been playing conference play for over a month at this point. They started way back in the middle of December playing conference games. So both these teams well experienced in the conference. And when we look at Providence, the expectations were pretty low this year for Coach Cooley's team. He had lost a lot of his key players, but one thing that's nice about Providence, you got Ed Cooley, right? And he can flat out coach. I mean, he's always coaching. Everything is a coachable moment. I think someone put salt on the French fries. It's a coachable moment, when Cooley's involved. And his players respond to it. They really play well, and you can see him working just as hard as his players do out on the court, and it's always paying dividends. This is a rematch of a game that was played earlier this season at Hinkle Fieldhouse, and it was a beat down for Providence in that one. And most of Butler's losses have been in that fashion. They've been beaten down. We saw Providence beat them by 20 points in that one, 72-52. If you can believe this, Providence was a 3-point dog game. And they were up 46-18 at halftime. It was an epic beatdown. Well, Butler, here's the revenge angle, on the road here for a Big East team. But the problem is Butler's lost 7 of their last 10 all conference games. And against the conference teams with winning records, they only have 1 win. That was against Villanova. And I'm not even sure what Villanova's record is like to even give them that distinction. But their other wins, Georgetown and DePaul. The DePaul win was a push at Hinkle. They covered the spread against Georgetown, winning that one easily by 29. But outside of that, These Big East games have been ugly, ugly, ugly. 73-52 at home against Creighton, and then their last road game before this one, making it back-to-back road games in all in this eastern region of the country, because Butler, even though they're in the Big East, they really are in the Midwest. But their last trip to New England, that was on January 22nd, 3 days ago. They lost to UConn by 30 in the game. They were getting 15.5. So double digits have not been friendly to the Bulldogs. I looked for this one to be all Providence.
Yeah, hard to argue that one. Providence here lay the 10 here against Butler, for a Butler team that has been really, really disappointing this year, just not really being competitive at all in many of their road games.
Yeah, the only thing that's really slowed Providence down this year is they had that air conditioner leak in one of the games. They had to delay the game for a little bit. They were able to fix it and get the teams back on the court after mopping the floor, which I expect Providence to do with Butler in this game.
Yeah, good job coaching Cooley. Not one of more experienced teams in their conference here, but getting the job done here with the 7-2 conference mark this year. After that hot start, 6-0 to start the conference, and then a couple of tough losses on the road there at Creighton, Marquette, but these are pretty good teams they lost to on the road.
Both NCAA tournament shoo-ins, Creighton and Marquette. Creighton had some tough spots, but they were missing their best player in there. And the tournament committee usually will forgive that. They know who the good players are. And even here, when you hear the selection committee chairman speak on Selection Sunday, he mentions these players by name. Well, they were missing Smith for 3. It's like he even says it. So it's like you'll see that same thing here with Creighton. And Marquette is a stone cold lock to make it.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Providence laying 10 here against Butler. This one will have a start time, 8:30 Eastern time. It follows the early game tonight. I think it's UConn and Marquette, the first one of the doubleheader this afternoon, 8:30 Eastern time. All right, Mitch, much everybody knows what's happened over at Pick.com, pretty much you got up on the site. Of course, a lot of the changes here as we move into the end of January.
Well, I have a lot of Pick Dog swag that's left over. We're going to be changing over into new swag, but in the meantime, the old swag is still really cool. I wear it. This is actually not even this swag. This swag is like the next generation up from this. This is like the oldest. Then this is the next generation of stuff, and then we have further. So we have hats, flex fit hats. We have hats that have the little tab in the back. We've got black T-shirts. That's your thing with the full logo. They used my abs to use the Pick Dog model, the Pick Dog there. You got maroon, you've got gray, and I'm on Home Shopping Network here, and the blue. My favorite, the maroon.
I thought you have Miami colors up there.
The issue is like I would wear it with green screen sometimes, so it doesn't necessarily fit, right?
That's right.
Even the money, the money actually, leaves a hole in me. So the thing is that if you buy a weekly package or longer, I'll send you one of these shirts or a hat, your choice, while supplies last. These are not like the cheap, crappy shirts you can see. I'll hold up the tag. These are like the really heavy. These are like the really good ones. You can see it's like the fancy ones. These are the shirts that I wear. They're like butter. These are the soft ones.
They don't shrink after the first wash or the second.
No, these are they're 100% cotton, but these are like the really, really nice ones. They're like the super soft ones, not the cheap ones. So if you buy a weekly subscription, if buying picks isn't your thing, that's okay. Sign up for a sportsbook using our sportsbook tab at pickdogs.com. Send me a screenshot where it's been done with our link. Using our code, it will usually auto-generate if you don't enter our code. Most of the codes are like Mitch something or Pickdog something. And then just send me a screenshot, and same thing, I'll send you a shirt. If you sign up for 3 sportsbooks, I'll send you 3 shirts. But that's only while supplies last. I have size medium up to 4XL. So
there you go.
Yeah, for the big boys.
Yes, yes, no doubt about that. So check it out, guys. Remember that to get the long-term pass or sign up for a sportsbook. Where can they sign up for a sportsbook, Mitch, on the site?
It just says sportsbooks. There's a little tab. It says sportsbooks, and you can sign up there. So it's nice and easy. And yeah, that's about it. But anyways, we got a lot of new stuff going on at Pick Dogs. Al Ninos, who will be on the show later, and with Wayne, released their first video today as things. I can tell you, Tony and I each have our own first video that's out there somewhere on YouTube. I've shown mine. I've shown mine to everybody, so everyone has seen my Mitch's spotlight game. Chase Daniel taking on Juice Williams. I had full head of hair in that one. So
you got to hear this story. My first video. Remember when I was with that network in Hollywood? Was live.
Yep.
We had no.
Oh my God.
No. Oh my goodness. I was sweating. Oh, it was the worst. And so with the guys working with Aaron. Oh my God. We were like, what? We're not gonna practice. We're gonna go live. We're just going live. There's nothing in the. We don't have the budget to do this over several times. Oh my goodness.
People think I'm reading on that video, but it's actually I have Post-it notes stuck all over the screen. It's so bad, but you got to start somewhere. Al Ninos, a little bit luckier than we probably were. He probably has a little bit more coaching and a little bit more, at least, practice on the thing. And of course, Wayne, he's a natural, so we're not worried about him.
Yep, not at all. All right, Mitch, a great talk with you as always. Have a great week. Rest of the week, get that swag, and we'll talk with you guys. I'll talk with you, Mitch, next week.
Have a great week, everyone.
Got it. Mitch here on the drive through. Let's continue our coverage, guys. If you miss any picks, we recap at the end of the show. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. Up next, Big Al McMordie. Find him over at Pick Dogs Prim. I was watching the channel this afternoon. They just concluded that NFC AFC Championship game went a little longer than I thought it would for 2 games.
It went longer than I thought it would too.
They're still talking.
Yeah, I told my wife it's just going to be 20 minutes. Turned out it was a long time. But that's the way it goes.
That's the way it rolls. All right, here we go tonight. We go to the Big 12. Texas Tech here hosting West Virginia here. Texas laying 3.5, total 139.
Yeah, the Red Raiders not having a good Big 12 campaign thus far. They're 0-7 in Big 12 play, but they're favored by 3.5 points against the West Virginia Mountaineers. Of course, West Virginia's not much better. They're just 1-6 in conference play. The West Virginia Mountaineers did get upset by Texas on Saturday, so they're off a Suat's loss. I'm going to go against West Virginia here. When you take a look at how teams that are winless in conference play with an 0-7 or worse record, if those teams are favored by 1.5 points or more against an opponent off a point spread loss, those winless teams have actually gone 31-12 ATS. Like I said, West Virginia is only 1 game better than Texas Tech. It's not like they're playing that great either. I'm going to take the Red Raiders at home minus the 3.5.
All right, he says go ahead and take the Red Raiders here minus the 3.5. Big Al was looking at some of the history here for West Virginia. They entered the Big 12 back in 2012, right? 2012 is when I went and said, okay, I'm gonna go and see how they did against against the spread in Big 12 play. Ready for this one? ATS on the road against the Big 12, 47, 64-1, just 42% cover rate on the road in Big 12 play.
How have they done at home?
That's a good question. Let me go hit the home. Let me hit the home bar here.
And this goes back to is December 2012, or is it January 2012?
January 2012 is when it started. So there may be some games missing there, but I'll check here at home what this looks like, because remember there was talk about how travel hurts this team at home.
Because they're coming all the way from Morgantown.
At home 85-78, 52.2%.
I'm just looking here. So what I have at home 51-49 in conference play.
All right, maybe I don't have that. Let's see here. I have it. Oh, maybe my source is wrong here. Okay.
What are you?
I'm using that. It says what does it say? 85-78. That might be too many games. You know what?
That would be including non-conference games.
That would probably be included. Let me see with the conference here.
Yeah, I mean, in conference.
Actually, I got conference games.
You have to go back to 2013 because their first Big 12 game was November 25th, 2012. Actually.
Okay, go back to 2013. I've got conference, but I got to look here. I got to toggle. I need a road here. Let me see here. Let's just go with your data here. You seem to be on it right now. Let us know what the road is.
I mean, my data's right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So in Big 12 play at home, they're 48-44 with 2 pushes ATS. On the road, 42-50 with no pushes ATS. And then they're also in neutral site games, 7-11 ATS in the Big 12 tournament games.
There you go. There you go. From the source himself, Big Al McMordie. Texas Tech here laying 3.5 against West Virginia. This one will have a start time 7 Eastern time. All right, Big Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs. Remember tonight's action. Tonight, well, we got lots of NBA, a 7-game card from the NBA, as well as play here from NHL, college hoops as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, a lot of games tonight. 2 in the NBA, 6 in college, 1 in hockey. I've already posted 2 totals winners for NFL playoff action on Sunday. We talked about the games. I gave out the 2 side selections for free for the season on the podcast with Mitch and Jay on 168 and 121. So if folks want to get my AFC and NFC side winners, they can just listen to the archived podcast, and they can also get Mitch's and Jay's plays as well. It was a lot of fun, so hopefully we'll end a very good season on a winning note with that. And if you want to get my total selections, my NFL totals plays are up right now at Pick Dogs.
All right, Pick Dogs indeed, guys. Get on board here with Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dogs Premium. See great results here in the NFL. And of course, tonight on the action, Hoops, a 5-pack up here from Hoops. That's his featured play here. So get on board with it. Credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit, and the amount you purchase is credit back into your site, in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Also already in action here with Eagles, 49ers totals winner, Chief Bengals total. Lots of action here, NHL, NBA as well. Of course, the long-term pass, so Servio, you may consider that 1-month all-sports pass. Get all of Big Al's premium plays for the month. For 1 month, 30 days, you get all of his NBA, all his NHL, college basketball, and the remainder of the NFL, right? You've got your AFC, NFC championship
and
game.
USFL.
And USFL, that's right, USFL. We'll be kicking off here.
I was 67% last year in the USFL, so I'll be back.
There you go. Remember that. That's right. That's right. So USFL will kick off. How many few weeks after the Super Bowl, or is it the following week?
I always forget. Last year was February something or other.
Yeah.
You got XFL and USFL.
That's right, spring.
Year, so.
They're springing a couple of legs on us here. So that's also part there of the 1-month all sports pass. So get on board. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Big Al, as always, great having your show. Keep up very good work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Talk to you on Thursday. Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, Big Al McMordie here on the drive through. All right, guys, reminder, if you missed any of our picks, we'll recap here at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that one. Let's continue on here on the drive through. Up next, so go ahead and bring in Wayne Scott. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great work up there from Wayne. Of course, he's been 5-1 here on the drive through since he made his appearance here on the show. Make sure you check out Pick Dogs with the video that he shot here with Al Ninos. Let's bring him in right now. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony?
It's going great.
What's going on, Pick Dogs family?
All right, here we go tonight. We go to the NBA here. Late night game tonight. Trailblazers host the Jazz. Portland 4-point favorite. Total sits 239.5.
Yeah, we got the Jazz taking on the Trailblazers. The Jazz are away tonight. Both of these teams are coming off a win straight up. The Jazz are 12-12, so they're 500. Coming off a win, the Trailblazers are 9-12, so they're below 500 in that. But the key thing here is both of these teams are coming off a 1 day's rest. The Trailblazers are 1-11 in their last 12 ATS, and this Jazz team coming off a rest, they're 15-14. These teams have played each other already this year. Portland has beat the Jazz the first game. They were on the road, and they beat the Jazz at home. The Jazz beat Portland when they was on the road like they are tonight. And the Jazz are 4-0 in the last 4 meetings in Portland. But besides the stats that all back that up, besides the Jazz being the better scoring team, the better free throw team, the better rebounding team, having the less turnovers than the Blazers, and the better bench, you just got to notice that these are two teams that is going in 2 different directions. We got the Trailblazers. They're still trying to find scoring from losing McCollum. They're trying to find it with Hurt. They're trying to find it with Grant. These guys are just not – they're not McCollum. And the Trailblazers are missing that, and Dame can't do it by himself. And on the opposite end, we got this Jags team that's stacked. They've been drafting well. They got guys coming off the bench scoring. And we got 2 teams that's going in 2 different directions. Sometimes you got to realize when a team is not the team that you used to bet on or used to like. So with that being said, you guys can have the points. I'm going with the Jazz money line tonight. I don't need them. They're going to win this game straight out. We got the better team. The stats back it up, and they're on a better pace to actually compete in this Western Conference playoffs this year.
All right, there we go. We got Wayne coming in here on the Jazz money line plus 140 here against the Portland Trailblazers. Yeah, when you look at the when you look at this Portland team, they really feast on some of these bad defensive teams that are just really, really bad. I mean, you saw that against San Antonio. One of their biggest weaknesses is really rim protection, and Nurkic just not big enough body there to cover the driving guards or even some of the big men down low.
Yeah, if that's his problem right there, he's going to have a rough one tonight. He's going to be trailblazing, all right, because you got some of the best big men on the Jazz. Even the one coming off the bench with Vanderbilt. I love Kessler. I love the way Markkanen's playing, man. These guys are going to have a great game tonight. I look for it to maybe be close, but look for the Jazz to have the depth to pull it away at the end, man. I don't need these points tonight. I like the Jazz money line.
Jazz money line here at plus 140 here against Trailblazers. This one to have a start time here of 10 Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Stream for tonight's action. Of course, we got some college hoops on the board tonight. We got a few on the ice, as well as a pretty good NBA card tonight with 10-game card here from the NBA. So big one tonight here, ESPN with a doubleheader. Some really good matchups, even games that are not on national TV, like, with Denver might have been good against Milwaukee. I think Denver's resting Jokic at last check. We'll double check that. But anyway, what do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I got my best bet, my Wednesday's game of the day. I had a push yesterday, but I'm still coming off 2 wins before that, so I'm looking to continue the winning streak and get y'all another winner today. I got my Wayne's Make It Rain Wednesday, where I got a 5-pack for y'all that includes my NBA best bet with 2 bets in the NBA and 2 bets in college basketball. I got a total and a side on both of them, and I like all those today. Feel like that pack's going to hit and bring good profit, so hop on that with me, guys.
That's right. Get on board here with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs. Premium, see great results here in the NHL tonight. Make It Rain Wednesday pack. It's a 5-pack of action right now as Wayne puts together 2 NBA. He puts 2 college basketball premiums together for you here. And he on a play here as well for you with a 5-pack on at Pick Dogs Premium. So get on board with it right now. Good action here from Wayne on the site. Also, a game of the day bet, best bet here, $15 premium on the board right now, so get on board there. Or, of course, the long-term passes you may consider here. Wayne has a 3, 7, or 30-day all-sports pass. Get all of Wayne's premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, use the promo code PICK at checkout, you'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you show. We'll keep an eye on that parlay, prop parlay you guys are working on here every day on Pick Dogs with Ninos.
Yeah, I look forward for that. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on that and drop y'all player prop parlays that y'all like in there too, man. We love looking at that stuff, man. I hope y'all enjoy that, and we'll continue to bring it and do even better things coming on the next one.
That's right. Get some good feedback here from the chat here about it. Just saw Latifah like parlay prop video with Wayne and Al Nino. So good feedback there from the audience. All right, Wayne, continue that success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, take care, Tony.
You got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive through. Guys, reminder, you miss any pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive through. Up next, we're going to go. Rod had to miss today, so let's just see. Up next is Dana Lane, so we're going to check to see if Dana is in. He is signed in, so let's go ahead and bring in Dana Lane. Find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great results right now in college hoops. He's been on absolute fire. Knows the NHL like the back of his hand. We'll bring him right now. Dana, what's happening?
Hey, buddy. How you doing? How's everything?
Great. Everything's going great. Here we go tonight to NHL. The Stars here hosting these Hurricanes. The Stars here about minus 105 right now, a total of 6.
Yeah, it's bounced around a little bit. I mean, it opened up minus $1.10 each way. It looks like it went up, depending on the property. You can find it as high as $1.15 with the Hurricanes. So the public certainly, there was no surprise that they were on Carolina in this game. But I have some reservations about this. I mean, this is a Carolina team to me, Tony. It's always been pretty interesting. If you bet them on a regular basis, you know how difficult it is to make a profit with them because they do lose games as big favorites. We've seen that against Vancouver recently, as they were a massive favorite and lost that game. So I always kind of tread lightly with the Hurricanes. In fact, if you look at goal differential, it's not as impressive as you would think. And I know that much has been made about their 11-game win streak, and of course they shot to the top of the standings in their division, right past New Jersey. But this is still not a team that I trust. And I think Rod Brind'Amour, I think you are going to see here in the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, the trade deadline's not that far away, and I think you're going to see Rod Brind'Amour and the Carolina Hurricanes get together and say, hey, look, we got to make a trade sooner than later, because there's a couple things that's a little bit of an issue with the Hurricanes. Number one, for a team that gets more shots on net than anybody in the league, boy, they really struggle on the power play. And there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason towards it, except teams really pack it in against them and don't bite on the movement. And that's what, really great power play teams in the league have terrific movement of 5-on-4. And they just kind of stay stationary in front of their net. They block shots, get it out of the zone, maybe get it into transition. And that's been a real problem for Carolina most of the season. So one of the things that I worry about, Tony, is what happens when this team goes up a level. And I don't mean in the regular season, I just mean in the postseason. What happens when they have to play, maybe we're looking at a Stanley Cup preview tonight between them and Dallas. I think probably Boston would have something to say about that. But what happens when that power play, which I think surprisingly is ranked 26th in the National Hockey League, goes up against teams that are faster, which creates more power play opportunities, and are going up against them on a nightly basis. And I think we're going to get a glimpse of that tonight against Dallas, who has a terrific power play unit, a pretty fast team with a terrific goaltender in Jake Ottinger, who has not played. If you go back and try to find some history with Dallas and Ottinger against Carolina, you have to go back quite a way. In fact, the game that they played earlier this year, Scott Wedgwood was in goal for Dallas. And Dallas took Carolina to overtime in that game. So not saying that, a December game has any effect on what's going on tonight, but it is something in the back of their mind. And that was in Carolina. And now they travel to Dallas to play this one. So to make a long story even longer, I like Dallas tonight with the short price. I just think on home ice, I think they're the better team of the two. And of course, if you really want to get a little bit deeper, that injury to Max Pacioretty, I think ultimately is going to help Carolina, because you're going to have Teravainen playing on that Aho line, which I really wanted to see. I really wanted to see if Teravainen, Aho, and Pacioretty would play on the same line. I think that would be explosive, but there's just too much inconsistency for me. You really want to see that top six play well on a nightly basis, and certainly the other night against the Islanders. Hey, look, if Freddie Anderson doesn't stand on his head and rob a shot, the Islanders go up 3-2 at that point. We could be talking about Carolina losing to an injury-riddled Islanders team. So we're going to go with Dallas tonight and a short price at home against Carolina.
Yeah, you're talking about Zawacky. They 4 shutouts this year and 3 shutouts for the team in their past 5.
Well, what's incredible about Jake Ottinger is I remember years ago just watching Team USA, and he is a product of Team USA and has gone through the system. And I remember saying to the late great Brian Blessing, saying, "Hey, look, this Jake Ottinger kid, I think he's going to do something." And it took him a second at the NHL level, but he is certainly one of the top netminders there now. So from a financial standpoint, trying to figure out where to put your money, Freddie Anderson is great. Jake Ottinger, to me, I feel real secure with him at home against a Dallas team that's coming off that loss against Buffalo, which makes it even better. They probably have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder coming into this one.
All right, we got Danny here on the Stars minus 105 against the Hurricanes. This one to have a start time here of 8:30 Eastern time. All right, Dana, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Pick for tonight's action. So great results here in college basketball. 1,380 units of profit. That is all documented over at Pick Dodge Pick. You can verify that by going to Dana's handicapper page over on the site, and it's up there for you to check out. All right, tonight we do have lots of college hoops on the board tonight, as well as a Big 10 game NBA. We've got some NHL as well. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Well, I just have the 3 games going up right now, and what I tried to do tonight is put a little bit of later games up. I got that 3-game package, which seems to be incredibly popular. I appreciate everybody who has jumped on that and jumped on it today. 3 games up there right now, starting at 6 o'clock, starting with that Mississippi State-Alabama game. And take advantage of that 3-game package, because that's absolutely been on fire. Went through a little bit of a lull, but seems to be we're right back on a hot streak again. So it's hard staying at the top, because we got some great handicappers on this site. But I'm definitely hoping to get there soon enough.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Dana Lane over at Pick Dogs. From you see the great results, 1,380 units of profit in college hoops. That is all documented up there tonight for Dana, his featured play. He's got a Dana Lane's 3-team college basketball bookie blowout, a 3-pack up there for you. Credit guarantee must turn a profit. The amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Individual plays as well up there for tonight's college basketball card here from Dana. Good time to just get that long-term pass the way Dana's running. There's going to be a lot of college hoops here for the next couple of months. So why not get that 1-month all sports pass from Dana? Get all of Dana Lane's premium plays from college hoops, his NBA, NHL, as well as the final 3 games, if he's in action all 3, from the NFL, right? We got the championship games on Sunday, Super Bowl in a couple of weeks. Your 1-month all sports pass, your best value there over at Pick Dogs. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there, all right? Dana, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you again next week.
Always great to be on, Tony. Nothing but the best to you and everybody watching tonight.
As well as you too. Dana Lane here on the drive-through. Let's continue our coverage. Guys, if you missed any picks, we'll recap here at the end of the show. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Just give you some updates here. There is some breaking stories here in the NBA. As you know, this is the injury time, right? This is when all the injuries come in. Jokic out here for Denver. So is Murray. So no Murray. And also Caldwell Pope. So 3 rotational starters here out here for Denver. No Caldwell Pope, no Jokic, no Murray. Bones Highland still questionable. Porter and Gillespie are probably. We might see Gillespie finally. It looks like he is probable there. Although I don't know if he'll see much action. Yeah, you still got a lot of players ahead of him in that. Braun is one of them there. If Highland goes, he may need to Gillespie, come to think of it. He's one of the other guards there. Ibaka Portis remain out here from Milwaukee. Let's just go around the league here really quickly on this 10-game card. We know Halliburton is out. Nembhard is now listed as out. Nesmith now is on the injury report, but he is probable. On the Orlando side, Harris, Okeke, and Schofield out here for Orlando. We know Durant's out. Still waiting word here on Embiid. Embiid is still game time decision. Still nothing yet on Embiid as we're getting closer and closer to that start time. They were probably about an hour away from that Sixer and Nets game, but Embiid still showing there as questionable. On the Minnesota-New Orleans game, looks like Ingram is going to play. That was the word out today. Very probable. His status is probable for tonight. Marshall also in there. No Daniels, no Down, no Williamson for New Orleans. McLaughlin, Prince Towns out for Minnesota. Minnesota is still showing Gobert as questionable. Washington and Houston, we got Porzingis out. Porter out for Houston. Morris is questionable still on the Washington side. We covered Denver, Milwaukee, Atlanta, OKC. Hunter Okungu still questionable. Pokusevski and Robinson Earl out for OKC. Memphis and Golden State. Adams, Green, Konkar out. Iguodala out for Warriors. Wiseman probable. So it looks like we'll have pretty much a healthy Warriors team tonight. Looks like Morant is in the lineup there for Memphis. Utah and Portland. Olenek out here for Utah. Baji out for Portland. Of course, Justice Winslow. Doesn't matter whether he's on Miami or Portland. You know where to find him on the injury report. Toronto and Sacramento. Anunoby looks like he is leaning toward playing. Probable. Banton still questionable. Metu questionable here for Sacramento. Spurs and the Lakers tonight. Langford, Vassell out for the Spurs. On the Lakers side, we got Davis is probable. Probable that is his word. Probable tonight for Davis to come back from that injury. James is always going to be questionable. He's a game time decision. He's 38. Something's going to be sore every night for James. Walker still questionable. Reeves is out. Actually, Walker's upgraded. He was out. Now he's questionable. Reeves is out right now for LA Lakers. So that's your update here on the NBA injury report. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's go ahead and welcome in Al Ninos. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Catch the video series that debuted today on Pick Dogs with Al Ninos and Wayne Scott with their prop video prop parlay up there on the site. Let's see. Go ahead and bring in Al Ninos over to the Skype roll. I think we're ready to roll here with Al Ninos. I think he's ready to go. Al, what's happening?
Going good. How are you, Tony?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight, 7 Eastern time. Magic here hosting the Pacers with Orlando laying 5 here, total 234.
Yeah, you just went over these injuries and some other pretty significant injuries around the league. But, in this matchup, definitely the most significant one would be Tyrese Halliburton. He's been out for a while now, but the Pacers haven't looked good at all without him. And the Magic just in a good spot here with the rest and home court advantage. They're coming off that big upset win over the Celtics and in a good spot to build on that win with those advantages. The Pacers coming off a little upset of their own over the Bulls, but again, just struggling before that, losing 7 straight, and they're just 8-16 on the road this season. Just a tough spot for them here, playing their second game in 2 nights. I'll lay the points with the Magic.
All right, we got El Ninos here going to lay the points here with the Magic. Of course, Orlando is a team, as we talked about, they looked a little healthier to start. Now we get Harris and Schofield out there, but for the most part, Fultz, Harris, Wagner, Boncaro, and Carter healthy, and they got some healthy reserves coming in here for this Orlando Magic team. This is a team that's been hit hard with injuries over the course of the past 2 to 3 seasons. They've had multiple cluster injuries on this report. It was mostly always the longest report of any team, even with the start the season. But finally, we're starting to see these players come together. And, of course, a lot of respect here, lane 5, of course, against an Indiana team that's really had their struggles on the road with the Halliburton.
Yeah, they're just not the same team without him. I mean, he's their best player, and they're not a very good team to begin with, although they had been playing pretty well,
At home.
Definitely above, definitely exceeded my expectations. And but again, it's just going to be a rough stretch here without him, I think. I mean, they still showed some signs of life. They did pull that big upset off in their last game, but that's just 1 win. Let's see if they can back it up. I don't think so. So I wouldn't be betting on them to double up on those wins just yet.
Yeah, the offense has been struggling here over their past 7 games. All losses on the road. 7 straight losses on the road for the Pacers. They are last in offensive efficiency, just 107 points per 100 possessions. They're allowing 120 per 100. So you can see there a horrible net rating for the Pacers in their past 7 road games. It's been pretty ugly for this team. El Ninos here on the Magic, lay the 5 against the Pacers. This one to have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, El Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium for tonight's action. Tonight we got the a 10-game card from the NBA. Lots on. We got some on the ice as well as college hoops tonight. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Got a bit of NBA and in the NHL. Got my best play on the ice, and then my best bet in the NBA and the 3-pack in the NBA. So grab whichever one you want of those, or grab a long term or one of the 2-for-1 capper specials. Whatever you're into, you can't go wrong over at pickdogs.com.
That's right. Get on board here with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. We're seeing some steam coming in on the 76ers, moving from a 5-point favorite to a 6-point favorite. So we'll see. Maybe there's something coming up on Embiid. We'll find out here.
Might be time to refresh that page again.
We'll see what's happening here with Embiid. As we've seen a lot of line movement. Get on board with El Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, get on board with his plays. You catch him every day on Pick Dogs here. Several appearances here on the drive-through, as well as with these parlay, the prop video that he does with Wayne here on the channel. El Ninos' feature play is NBA Alley-oop at $15 a play up there. That is credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Also in there with a power play here from the NHL, individual plays there from El Ninos. Or if you prefer the long-term pass, why not go ahead and get El Ninos a 7-day All Sports Pass. Get all of L's premium plays for 7 days, include all his NBA, college hoops, his NHL, and of course the NFL. We have a NFC and AFC championship game coming up here for you on Sunday. That is also part here of the 7-day All Sports Pass. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You will save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, El Ninos, it's always great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again tomorrow. We're looking forward to that video series with you and Wayne.
Yeah, well, it's have to look forward to it much longer. It's out there now. You could go ahead and check it out, and looking forward to many more to come. So
that one's for tomorrow. The one that's up there now.
Oh, it's for tonight.
Oh, for tonight. That's right. For tonight. That's right. You got one for tonight. Yeah. So that's right. Still tonight. We haven't tipped off yet. So go ahead and check it out there, and you'll be set. He'll be set to check it out as well there from El Ninos, and that parlay video with Wayne Scott. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, so when they drop that video, that prop parlay, you're there to get them right away on the channel. All right, have yourself a great evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's not Nick Chubb, so go ahead and go check it out.
Yeah, it's not Nick Chubb.
Thanks, Tony. Have a good one.
You got it. Rika Patel there. Wayne and Al crushed. A lot of good feedback there from the off the chat rooms here about the video. They've been doing great work there, so check them out there on Pick Dogs. Let's continue on the show. Let's try and see if there's any updates here on the board here. Looks like Nesmith has been upgraded to likely to play here on that Indiana-Orlando game. It looks like he is confirmed in. So he was the one question mark there in that game. And we're still waiting word on Embiid, although we've seen the line move now to 7. I'm seeing 7 here in an offshore location, one of the largest ones, showing 7. So there may be some breaking news here on Embiid, as it's not shown on my report yet, but I'm seeing the line move. I got a live line service, and it hasn't popped up any news, but somebody knows something out there, because we are seeing this line steam right now to 7 right now in one of the, well, let's just say where they say where the line originates. Okay, that's where I'm seeing 7. So lots of steam coming in. And matter of fact, here, let's go ahead and refresh. I'm seeing a lot of line movements right now here in this game. Lakers now up to 7. We're seeing the total steam down here on what game is this one here? Oh, obviously on Denver, Milwaukee. The news here with Jokic not playing, so that line now is moved up to 13. In the sharpest place on the planet is at 13. There are some 12.5s up there. Now it's taken off the board there in the sharpest place on the planet. We'll see what's up there. 227 is the total. Philadelphia and the Nets are settling at 7. There's got to be some news here that I'm not on my report, but there's got to be some news there, MB, because we've seen that line just steam up to -7 right now. So there's something happening there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Now it is time for my picks. We'll get my play up there. Oh, just want to clarify that little discussion I had with Al McMordie. Yeah, that was overall. This is what I wanted to share with Big Al. Since 2013 in the Big 12 as an away underdog, road underdog, did not have the conference home and away, but as a road underdog, West Virginia 23-37 to the spread, 38% cover rate. So that's what it was. A road underdog in the Big 12, 23-37. So some horrible numbers there for West Virginia. In the Big 12, of course, I don't have the conference number, just as a road underdog. Let's see what they are as a road favorite here. Road favorites, they have been 18-19, but tonight they're a road underdog, and they've not been very good as a road underdog since entering the Big 12. These numbers are from 2013, so that's something to keep an eye on there, guys, here, as they entered in 2012, right? They don't play conference games until January, so there you go. With that data there on how it was tough for West Virginia. They always said it was going to be tough for that team to travel. And there you go. All right, let's continue on here on the drive. Let's get to my pick here. One more refresh, see if we can get any official word here on Beat. The line is telling me that he's going to play, because I'm showing now 7. I'm showing a buyback to 6.5 now in this one. So still some question marks. We'll keep an eye on Embiid here as this game begins in about 35 minutes. Let's get to my pick here. We'll go ahead and put my game information up for you right now. We're going to go here to the one between the Rockets and the Wizards. And let's see where this one still, is it still sit at -2? Or did we move this one to? This one is still at -2, although we see 1.5s in some places here. But I'm going to be on the road team. I have no faith in Houston. I have no faith whatsoever on this Houston team. Wizards here, lay the 2. 1.5 if you're shopping here. I think there's maybe some people don't want to take them. But we know on the Wizards side that Porzingis is out of this one. Let's just see if there's any more updates here on this game between the Rockets and the Washington Wizards. Morris is still questioned. Porter out for Houston. But again, they get a nice road win this Washington Wizards team at Dallas. Good game from Kuzma. Bradley Beal is back. Remember Beal back. So he really lifts this team. And when looking at this Wizards team, they've won 5 of their past 8 in back-to-back games, so I'm not really concerned about the back-to-back spot. And remember, the Rockets just broke a 13-game losing streak, and in that 14-game period, the Rockets are 29th in defensive efficiency, as they're allowing 121 points per 100 possessions while scoring 108 per 100. So this Rockets team has just been playing poorly. And you kind of look here at the Wizards' 3 straight wins in this 3-game span. They said they're averaging 124 points per 100 possessions while allowing 117 per 100. So we like the Wizards here laying the 2 against the Rockets. Guys, check out pick.stream. I got 7 premium plays tonight. I got a best bet from the NBA. I got a 3-pack from NBA, 3-pack from college basketball. So get on board with me right now over on the site. You can also go long-term with me with the 3-7 or 30-day all sports pass. Get all of my premium plays for that time period. Just select when you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase and use that promo code PICK at checkout, and you will save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, let's continue on here on the show here. As about ready to hit the recap. Let's get to the recap, and then we'll take one last look at the injuries and the lines here. And let's see if we have anything here as I just refresh it. I don't see anything yet on Embiid, so let's get to the let's get to the recap. And we had Chris to lead us off here. Louisville, Boston College. He says go under 132. We had Mitch on Providence lay the 10 against Butler. Alan McMordie, Texas Tech lay the 3.5 against West Virginia. Wayne was on the Jazz. He says don't need the points, take the money line of the Jazz plus 140 against the Trailblazers. Dana was on the Stars minus 105 against the Hurricanes. Ninos Magic lay the 5 against the Patriots. I'll be here on the Wizards here in this one. So that's the word here on this game here. The Wizards laying 2 against Rockets. What I like the most, I like that Al McMordie played Texas Tech. I'm with him there. I just shared you the road underdog numbers here as West Virginia. Tough place, tough travel spot when they went to the Big 12, and it's showing if you just bet them every time as a road underdog since entering the Big 12, they have failed to cover here. Their record is 23-37 to the spread on every road underdog spot since 2013. That's when they first started playing conference play in the Big 12. It has been pretty atrocious there for West Virginia, as many thought would be, right, when they made that move. People were worried about the travel situation. Interesting to see how that will work out with UCLA and USC moving to the Big Ten, how the travel spots will be in college basketball. Getting some notes here. I guess folks here on the Twitter feeds saying that Embiid is warming up in pregame shoot-around, but no update on his status yet. So the fact they saw him on TV made the line move. Okay, so that's where it is right now. They're going to let him shoot around. They're going to see how he feels. And then we'll know about game time. We're seeing 7s and 6.5s in the sharpest book in the world, and 7s just about everywhere else. That has been a big line move, I guess, when he made his appearance on the court. That's what set the line off in the warm-up tonight. So that's the update here on this game night between the Nets here and the Philadelphia 76ers. And we got you the recap. Before we sign off, let me give one last refresh to see if we can verify any of these lineups here, which we did confirm here. Still no word on Embiid. Let's see if we have any other updates here. It looks like Ingram is leaning toward playing tonight. Let's see here. What do we got? Okay, we can add Porter. We can add Michael Porter out here for Denver. So, wow, big one. Caldwell Pope, Jokic, Murray, and Porter now out here for Denver. Gillespie is most likely going to make his debut tonight. Gillespie looking like he may play. And on the, let's see if there's any more to update here. Still waiting word on Hunter and on Kungu for Atlanta, as they're still questionable. And Wiggins has hit the injury report here for Golden State. Andrew Wiggins, although it looks like he's probably going to play, and as he has just hit the injury report right now in our last refresh, questionable play. He's been downgraded to questionable Wednesday with a non-COVID illness. So this is just breaking right now. Andrew Wiggins has been downgraded here to questionable due to a non-COVID illness. And let's see if this has some impact on this line here. And we're still seeing 3s here. I'm getting a lot of notifications here with starting games, but don't care about that. I care about injuries. Let me shut this thing down. But yeah, nothing yet on the line here on this Warrior line. Still showing 3, but again, hitting the word news here on Wiggins, downgraded to questionable with non-COVID illness. It's just breaking here within the last minute or two here. So that's what we have for you. I think we got through all the injuries for you guys. Keep an eye on these, and make sure you guys tune in tomorrow here on the drive-thru. We'll do it all over again. Tune in here at 3 p.m. each time. We're bringing all our cappers in, and if you like, make sure you tune in then. And of course, we'll bring all back and give out the plays for you for the Thursday show. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us, get the plays in real time, get the best numbers, and don't forget, it all gets started every day, 10 a.m. each time with the morning show. You got Mitch, you got Rod, you got Chris with the morning show. Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, his betting tools show. Also, the Puck Dogs videos, NHL video series with Chris and Rod. The parlay video with Javon, the prop parlay video with Wayne, and of course, Ninos. We got Ron Romanelli's college basketball show, Jay's Jam Session covering every game on the board from the NBA. And we've also got UFC videos there from Brad as well as Mills. Looks like Mills will be having a TikTok video series coming up shortly, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Don't forget, Big Al, Jay, and Mitch just shot AFC, NFC football show. Just shot about an hour before we came on the air, so check that out. Some picks for you from Big Al, Jay, and Mitch, NFC, AFC Championship game that shot earlier this afternoon. So make sure you guys check it out. Shout out there to Zane Flores. Thank you for that. And everyone out there as well as Bill and McDonald. Appreciate those words as well. That'll do it for tonight's show, guys. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew tonight. We're going to go ahead and wave goodbye to guys. You guys